Hello everybody, I am the Lazy Kiwi and welcome back to another building video. So today I don't really have a solid plan in mind. I know I want something that's lifted off the ground. Now, I know this is kind of like just starting off real quickly, but I have a picture in my head of something that I want to do. It's just that I have like a little bit of an idea, but I kind of wish that I had more of an idea because this is just very loosely based off of things that I imagine in my head, so very strange. It's a very strange idea, but I cannot help but want to do it. So basically what I want to do is have a house that is off the ground, floating in the air, very beautiful, very gorgeous. I don't know. The reason mainly that I decided to build something today was because I want a house for my legacy heir to live in when they age up, which might be happening very soon in like the next few episodes. So therefore we need a new house for them to go live in, and I'm kind of feeling an abandoned forest house for my legacy heir because he is a witch and also communicates with the dead, so something a little bit spooky would do perfectly. I'm not really good with terrain paint, so this is a pain, to be honest. No idea if this is functional, but I will test it obviously before I move anybody in here. But let us get straight into this. Oh my gosh, I'm actually pretty excited to get to the building part of this. I'm going to make like a little bridge path that goes over to the house from here. Probably not like that. It's probably to over there. Oh, this is going to be pretty difficult. I can already tell I'm gonna struggle with this. I do want it to be pretty small because in my head it's gonna be like an abandoned little house where Prince just came across it and then he made it his home. Okay, so this is what I am starting with. Obviously I want this part here to be the levitating thingies like this, because I mean that does make the most sense in my opinion. Okay, I made a little balcony at the back as well with little stairs. I think maybe like that would be a bit better, yeah. Oh my gosh, I love this so far. It is very small. I think maybe I want a second floor. Probably just something like that would be perfect. I do, however, want a little roof over this part and maybe also over this part. Something a bit like that. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Wait, I actually really love this so far. I really do want it to be pretty abandoned in the sense that like I am not going to put a lot of furniture into this and it's going to look run down a ton. I am thinking maybe quite a few skylights. Also, if you're wondering how I did this, it's literally like a few roofs that I just put together. So this is a roof that I put there, this is a roof, this is a roof. So basically it's just a ton of roofs. So it's this part, then this is a free like tiles, and then I just put a one tile, another one tile, and then just another 3 tiles on this side so that that part is closed off. And then it's beautiful, gorgeous. I love that. Okay, I really love how this is turning out. It is a quaint little house. I don't want to spend too much money on this, so I actually do want to check the budget. So far it's 7,000 simoleons, which is pretty much a lot, but so far I am happy to work with this. Okay, so I have this little path where I want to designate them to walk up. It is a pretty large path, but I think it'll work nonetheless, and I'm thinking maybe a little pond will also look pretty good. Okay, we have a much larger pond than I thought it was gonna be, so I'm gonna have to work around this a little bit because that's a bit too large in my opinion. And smoothing things out as well. Oh! That was probably a bit too much. There we go, that's a lot better. Maybe smoothing out here a bit. I like that! We have a tiny little pond down here. It's beautiful so far. What the heck? Obviously, this needs terrain paints and some adjustments, but so far I'm very happy with how this is turning out. I really do wish that you can put supports under these because this does look a little bit weird that it's just floating. But better floating than no stairs there at all. But so far I really do love this. I really love it. I am gonna put a lot of trees around and stuff, but I do think I'm gonna do all of the foliage and whatnot with the debug because I do want this house to be affordable. Because I'm kind of thinking that since this is going to be Prince's house, he just wants to get away from his family, and getting away does mean taking anything he can get with the money that he's probably been saving up for a very long time. I'm thinking very open plan. This could be the living space, a bathroom, probably a kitchen area somewhere along here. Maybe we do make it a bit closed off and then we can put the kitchen over here, I think, and the dining area. I think that's probably the best way to lay this out, and then we just give it a little bit of an archway to open it up slightly. I really want to use this door, but then these stairs need to move somewhere else, and I don't know where that would be. Okay, there we go. I figured out a way to do it. Finally. I just moved everything over here one tile to that side, and it works out perfectly. Okay, I definitely do want it to be pretty messed up looking, but at the same time, I still want the structure and like the windows and everything to be gorgeous, beautiful. This is what I came up with, by the way. It is only gonna be a 1-bedroom to start off with. Maybe I change it in the future, maybe they move in the future, but for now, it's a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Just like that. I think that's gorgeous. And then I want very big windows. Oh, I hate that they don't line up and that there's not a brown color for these windows as well, because I assume these are supposed to be like more or less the same, but they don't line up, and oh my gosh, I hate that. I just wanted beautiful windows. Obviously we can start off with something like this so that they are messy, but then I'd want these square ones at the bottom. That just makes the most sense to me. Maybe we make all the windows white? Currently the house is worth 12,000 simoleons, so quite a bit of money if I'm being honest, but I really like it so far. I really am in love with how it's turning out. Okay, so there is a ton of windows on this house, but I am obsessed with how it looks, especially if I kind of like add in all of the wallpaper and everything else. I think it's gonna be such a beautiful forest vibe house, and I really do love it so far. Like, even with the giant windows, that makes it look a little bit different, and I've never built a house like this before, so I'm very excited about it. I do think I'm gonna give like the same flooring on the inside that we have outside. This place is becoming quite a bit more expensive than I would have initially hoped for it to be. But I don't know, the family is rich, so it's not like I have like a very strict budget, but I would like to imagine that he afforded all of this himself. Okay, I decided to make all of the windows gray as well, since it does blend in quite a bit more, and the round ones didn't have gray, of course, so I changed it to these windows as well. And honestly, I think I like it a bit more like this, but I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Now to a bit more of the fun part. We can start doing some crazy little decorations. I'm not gonna really furnish the house much because that's gonna drive up the budget way too much. It's already way higher than I would have liked for it to be, but I kind of want this place to look very abandoned, so therefore I'm gonna use a lot of the free things as well as debug, because I want like cobwebs and a ton of fun things like that. So let us start off with a ton of cobwebs. I really just want cobwebs like all over the place. Like, it's kind of gonna be unbearable how many there's going to be. But so far, it's looking pretty nice with all of the cobwebs. I do want the essentials, like a toilet and whatnot in the house, so I'm gonna put those in. Okay, I am gonna spend obvious money on things that we definitely need in the house, like a bed and whatnot. So kind of just gonna get the cheaper stuff and just place them in as if this place has been abandoned for a very long time. Room number 1 is done. I also think maybe we get a wall lamp for in here instead, just to make it look a little bit more gloomy. Something like that, like just one singular light in the bathroom. I love that. I really want this place to look really beat up because, I don't know, I really feel like Prince would just take a place like this and turn it into his home. Also, if you guys don't follow along with my Legacy Challenge, I highly recommend it. It's probably my favorite series that I've been making on this channel, and one of the oldest. Now, some of you might have been thinking, well, if the house is abandoned, why does he have to pay for it? Well, silly, because I'm not just gonna let him move in for free. I still want them to pay, even if it's a real junky old place. So even though the house is absolute garbage, he is still going to pay to live here no matter what, because I kind of want him to just build up his life from the start without his mother's help. Okay, here we have it. Let us start adding a ton of stuff, because I really just want this place to look very overgrown and like it's just a part of this forest. Just a little nook that's been hidden away for a very long time.
5 billion years later.
Oh my gosh, this took me forever, but I got a ton of plants in, and I do have to say I'm really happy with the amount of plants that I have. It is a lot. I'm not even gonna try to deny that. It's a ton of plants, but I think it looks fantastic, so I'm just going to ignore anybody that says otherwise. Because I think it's freaking beautiful, and as soon as I put in some terrain paint, it's gonna be even better. Because just look at this view. It does look like it's part of the forest. I do wish I could add trees around here as well, but it is what it is, and unfortunately there are just some things that I cannot do in this game. Okay, honestly, I think that is just about everything for the terrain paint. It didn't take me very long, to be honest. That was a lot faster. But I'm still very happy with the results because it looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I actually really love how this house is turning out. I'm so happy. We have a debug umbrella! Oh my gosh, I'm definitely gonna add this. There's no way that I would not. Just gonna put it on the side like that. Oh my gosh, that's perfect! What the heck? I've also added like these little crates inside the house, just to like assume that he's started moving some of his things inside. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult to filter through the debug options because there is just so many of them. I'm not finding the things that I'm looking for at all, so this has been hours. Probably not hours, but it feels like hours, okay? Yeah, I'm just not finding the things that I'm looking for, so I think that's just about everything for this build. I do have to say it is very empty, definitely very empty. Let me give you guys a little bit of a tour. Wow, trees everywhere. That's the one thing about this lot, is there will be trees everywhere, which is why I chose it, of course, because it blends in a bit more if you look at it like this or something. Obviously not like this because there is pathways everywhere, but I mean, sure, it still works. But this is the little house that I made for today. This is going to be Prince's house in the future. And yeah, on the inside we have only like a little dining area. I think maybe we should add like a fridge. Yeah, there we go. We have a little fridge. We have 2 bathrooms already. This is going to be the living space. And this is the upstairs, so it is very empty on the inside, but it has so much potential, and that's what I love about it. And I really just cannot wait to make this place into Prince's humble abode one day. Maybe we should also add a crocodile. I feel like adding a crocodile makes a ton of sense. We could also add like a log or something. There we go, that seems about right. So we're gonna have a crocodile, some tadpoles, some mosquitoes, just a bunch of things to make this place a bit more alive. But yeah, that's really everything for this house. Like I said, it's very small and there's not too much going on. It does come to just around 19,000, so it is very expensive. And I don't know how. I think it might be like the windows and stuff that just brought it up that much, because gosh darn it, that's so expensive. So freaking expensive. But I'm very happy with it nonetheless, and I just really cannot wait to play in this house. Like, Prince is going to age up between the next 2 episodes, I believe, so we don't have a lot of time left. Therefore, I decided to build the cute little house now, and I am very happy with it. I do want to add like vines and stuff in the future, but I just can't afford that right now. So for now we just have this very empty shell of a house that's very broken down. But I love it nonetheless. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And I will definitely see you all in another video. Goodbye everybody!